welcome. So, it's actually been a long time since I did this, but I beat Honor Mode with no mods on Divinity 2, and apparently it's a harder achievement to get. So, I thought maybe I would make a quick little showcase of my character, and what build I used to do it. I actually did this Lone Wolf, and used Feign. I used the mirror, and then I ended up building him exactly the same as this character. So I ran two exactly the same characters. Of course, except Feign's not a dwarf. The dwarf here we took because of the passive HP, because you need as much life as you can for honor mode. Like, good luck if you're if you're not stacking Constitution. Good luck. Regardless, let's get to it. So, sneaking failed, my bad. Here's our character. Now, we'll start with all of our stats here. Go ahead and ignore my inventory, but I have done a lot of playing and of a lot of shit. All my bags are filled up. Keys, magical things, etc., etc. So yeah, no, I got a lot of shit. But regardless, here we are. Just from gear. This is obviously from gear, but also Lone Wolf. We did want to stack Intelligence, Constitution. Memory was just exactly what we needed to get all the spells we fucking wanted. Every single spell on this bar is useful. Do I even have a second bar? I've even got a second bar for all my healing type shit. Armor. Right? And then source. So like I said, it's been a while since I looked at this. But so, as a rule of thumb for honor mode is don't die, right? So what you want to do is not only stack your defenses, your armor, magic resist, and HP, but your resistances, like this helmet being immune to charmed and terrified. You playing Lone Wolf on honor mode, and you're gonna tell me you want to lose control of your character for a bit at all? No, thank you. So, or even losing a turn. So what we've got here on our, we'll go through this a little slower, but just take a peek. Immunity to charmed, immunity to terrified. This has got 20% damage reflection, so not this one. Here we go. Immunity to silence. More dodging. Immunity to knockdown, immunity to crippled, immunity to slowed, immunity to sleeping. More dodging. And death wish. Look at that. Immunity to stunned. Sets poisoned, because I'm undead, so I'm always poisoned no matter what, always healing. Except right now for some reason. I just loaded this file. But regardless, you get as many of the immunities as you can, because the rest doesn't matter if your character's just fucking off dying without you even trying. So, as far as gear goes, those are the types of things I focused on. Now I'm doing summoning, because it's the most powerful fucking thing there is. Summoning and geomancy, with a bit of necromancer in there, for kind of secondary summoning. Here's our list. Summoning's at 15, as high as we could get it at this point in the game. It's on my playthrough. Polymorph of 5. There is a reason for that. Necromancer 6. And then Geomancer 10. Right? So that's just all our healing. So with the civil abilities, it's pretty easy. You always go Persuasion for your main character. Talk through as many things as you can, because you don't want to risk anything for honor mode. The rest is just thievery. And maybe sneaking. I think I got most of this from gear. Well, half of it from gear. So, thieving, as you can see, you get plenty of money, plenty of stuff, all the items you want. Here are my talents, though. So we start with Lone Wolf, of course, right? You have to. It's the best one in the game. I mean, there's no reason to play with 4 characters unless you're trying to do, like, every side quest story mission for each of them for full immersion. You want to pick the coolest fucking person that you're interested in and have them be your second guy? That was enough for me, so I did Feign. But regardless, you did Lone Wolf, then of course you do all skilled up and bigger and better. This is just more, it's basically free levels, right? Combat ability and extra civil ability, and you get 2 immediate extra attribute points. So this is kind of just like, I'm a good character. After that, we've got Living Armor. It just puts all of our healing and pumps it, 35% of it anyway, into our magic resist here. So with all the healing that we do using poison, being poison, geomancy, all that's going to start pumping your magic armor up. We'll talk about that in a second. Sturdy, I believe this is our dwarf move right here. 10% vitality and 5% dodging. Now you'll see that on the pieces that don't have immunity to silence or whatever, they've got dodging on them. At least most of them should. 10% dodging on the shield. 7% there. My pants seem a little iffy looking back, but yeah, just get dodge where you can. So that's 100% damage mitigation whenever it procs, and that's just good by itself. Undead, of course. Listen, if you're going to go through honor mode and die in Act 4 to a random death fog barrel because you decided to play a human, you're wasting your time. Don't take the chance. Just get used to playing like if you did honor mode and you were not undead, like props. Like it would take a lot for me to fucking do that. I believe you'd have to be really metagamey, and I didn't do that at all. Unstable, listen. So this is where we start talking about Spider's Kiss. It's like halfway through the game, you go in this underground little tavern brawl area, and this is a spoiler, so fast forward if you don't want to hear it, but there's this spider chick, and she tries to seduce you and give you a kiss, and she offers you a gift in return, and you get to pick from a few different choices. There's only one thing that you want. Doesn't matter what you think you want. You want the Idol of Rebirth, okay? Especially for honor mode. This thing, whenever you die, the game will autosave because it's honor mode, but you will res right after. Automatically, you'll stand up again with like whatever percentage of your health. And then it's used. It's a non-glowing Idol of Rebirth, right? So what do you have to do to get it to glow again? You combine it with crafting, with a res scroll, and then it's glowing again. You can do this on your turn in combat. You can make this glow again. So you can fight on honor mode to death, get rezzed, spend some of your Lone Wolf action points, because you got extra ones because it's Lone Wolf, to redo the glowing Idol of Rebirth, and just keep fighting. Super dangerous, right? To just keep getting those autosaves deeper and deeper into a fight. But it will stop your game from deleting itself, right? Now, so I'm rezzing and dying, right? So then we have unstable. Whenever you die, you have 50% of your vitality as physical damage. I'm pretty sure when you do this now, unless they've changed it, that you heal 100% of your health. Maybe not your armor and magic resist, but I think when you respawn, it's 100% of your health. So when you start getting killed next to people in groups, getting swarmed, every time you go down and this thing pops, you're hitting them for 4.3 thousand damage before resistances and things. Right? You have any spells that can do 4.3 thousand damage in an AoE? I don't know. I don't. So, I mean, some of them are really strong. Look at this shit. In the thousands, you know. 1.6, 1.5, 1.7. Not 4.3 in an AoE. Anyway, so that is why we pick all these. If there's any questions, of course, leave it in the comments. These are just my little everything I've got going on. I think that covers most of it. I mean, all the physical armor, magic armor that comes from the gear, the dodging, I showed you where that comes from. Crit chance is just irrelevant with a summoning build. It's all int and con. Int con and then memory for as much as you need. I stacked these up faster and boosted summoning right away. Everything into summoning and constitution. Then, because the summoning guys, they don't scale with, like, there's the whole thing. But that and then just keep boosting this afterwards to get however many you need. Now, combat-wise, there's a couple tricks and things. Now, my pants, I think it is, gives me Death Wish all the time. So I'm actually going to be doing, like, massive damage if I were to be doing damage right now. As you can see, my health is super low. Got a 93% damage boost. But that's just kind of a little perk. It's not really part of the build or anything. But when you get low on health, and your next option is to just slap yourself with poison in the face, right? Now, it didn't do anything on this map here, but that nice damage bonus will boost your attack and it'll heal you more. So regardless, I'm saying that a lot. So in combat, you can poison yourself if you don't have the ring I have by hitting yourself with like any one of these abilities. They'll all poison you. Now, like poison wave, you can do poison clouds and all the different surfaces and things. I'm not here to teach you how to play the game. I'm here to teach you how about the build. So all your poison surfaces. Now, to start combat, generally, we'll do something to make poison over here, right? And we want to start combat sneaking. We usually want to get our incarnate summoned, you know, outside of combat if we can. And then you fully buff them on their first turn. On your first turn. They get a lot of infusions. Now listen, you have no idea. Look at all this thing's abilities. How fucking strong this thing is. This thing can heal me. Like this. Flap. 2 action points every turn it has. For 1,000. Because I'm undead. And I'm making a poison incarnate. Poison incarnate is your best friend. He can jump. He can stab you. All of his stuff is poison. This will heal you. If he did it. If I wasn't too far. This will heal me. Well, it looks like my guy dodged it, but you get the idea. This will heal me. This will heal me. This will heal me. So, that's the type of incarnate moves you do. Now, because we're focused in geomancy, we have one other option. Say we're fighting against undead. You're not going to start throwing poison at them, as useful as it is for you. It's not going to help you at all. So that's when we start using oil. Oil incarnate is great. It's basically a CC incarnate. Every single thing it does slows people down. Again, it is still all magic damage. Right? So this is... Poison is your default. Oil is technically like the third option that I would go with. Because, really, blood as an option is better. Now, Walking Pile of Bones. This is a backup in case the incarnate goes down and it's on cooldown. This thing, I recall, it just hits hard, and also, I believe it heals itself with each attack. But, oh yeah, you can devour corpses to get damage buffs, yeah. So it's just a vanilla summon. Wings, Chameleon Cloak, all those things are just movement and I mean, polymorph. You gotta have polymorph, right? A big part of succeeding in combat, aside from managing your incarnate and placing one of these every fucking turn, every fucking turn. If you're not placing one, you're just screwing up. Always place those. Now listen, if you place a poison one, it will always shoot an enemy first. But if you're fighting a undead hero or enemy, it will actually shoot you with the poison dart and heal you. It won't shoot an undead hero and heal them. But it will always primary an enemy as long as it's not undead. But so always keep dropping those. But blood's just the other option. And that's really your main way to do physical damage, is to just get a blood pile somewhere, or make one with some necromancy spell that I'm sure I have here somewhere. Alright, so it looks like the little tyke is getting a little upset, so I'll probably have to end this video. But I think that covered everything. I mean, the character, the gear, just focusing on geomancy and summoning, third being necromancy, these, intelligence, constitution, third, memory. Constitution is more important than intelligence. Persuasion, thievery, that's all you need. Don't mess with these. You can try. I'm telling you, that's a really nice setup right there. And the rest is all able to be learned. Here's my spell book. I'll kind of just leave this up for a second so people can pause over each one of these. Well, alright, I hope that helped. I'm definitely not going to show you any fights on here because I'm not going to risk my file for y'all. I've done it already. And if you don't believe me, you can check my achievements on Steam. Hit me up sometime in the comments. Play some games. Take care.